Hey everyone, so I wanted to do a budget binder video. Hi. So I am 39 weeks pregnant pretty much, so excuse me if I'm out of breath or anything like that. But let's just jump back into the video. I did want to do a budget binder. And this is what I've come up with watching other YouTube videos and looking at Pinterest. So I just got a binder from Staples and labeled it and put a cover on it. I just searched covers on Pinterest and found this one and printed it out. I also searched this off Pinterest. It's from Dave Ramsey. So basically all the steps you need to take to build wealth. Start with an emergency fund, pay off all your debt, 3 to 6 months expenses and savings, invest 15% of income, personal development, pay off your home early, and build wealth and give. Then behind here I have a checkbook, envelopes for the envelope system, and some stickers just cuz. Then I have this guidelines, which I'll just show you. So it just shows where the income's going, like savings, housing, utilities, health, transportation, like all these things. So it just kind of breaks down the percentage of money, like where you should be putting everything. Like you shouldn't be having a mortgage or a rent that takes up all your income. So it's just kind of seeing where your costs lie, everything like that. So I just have a binder calculator I got from Staples. Then I just have the cover. So my budget binder. Right at the beginning, I haven't filled it out yet. So this is my Maria's monthly budget. So I just have, this is from Iheartorganization off her Etsy shop. And I bought this one. So it just starts with going into clothing, medical, health, personal, recreation. Oh, actually that's page 2. This is page 1. I just have it in backwards. So you start with your income, your savings, your housing, utilities, food, transportation, and then it goes into clothing, medical, personal, recreation, and any other debts, like debits, I guess. So you can just categorize, think of everything that you're going to spend within the month, like taxi money, bus money, rent, grocery money, prescription money, anything like that. Just think of what you're going to spend throughout the whole month. Take a little bit of time and you'll be able to create the best budget ever. Then you just total it up for budgeted, and then you'll eventually add in as it comes your actual amount, like say money for gas. You'll enter that in, and then it's income versus your budget to see where you lie if you've met your budget. And then this one was actually last month's, but I just wanted to show you. This is like an old copy. I stuck these sticky notes on it to give me reminders of things like, oh, you need to add this, like, because sometimes you can't always think of where you're going to spend your money for the whole month, and then you just go throughout the month and you can kind of add things like, oh, I needed, let's see, like an Christmas fund or to start or something like that. Just ideas I had. So what I have here, so I had an Excel spreadsheet. I put the month, I put my projected costs, and then the actual cost, and then a column for difference. And then, so mortgage and rent. So I had rent, my loans, which come out automatically, transportation, like my car insurance, any money for taxis or buses, my cell phone, any bank fees that automatically come out of my account, cable or internet, electricity, I don't have home insurance, but I was looking into it, so it's just there. Maintenance of my car, so I put that A for it automatically comes out of my account, and C, it's in a cash envelope, so like I can hold on to my envelopes, and that's the amount of money I have for that month. Just like car maintenance, I have an envelope going. If something ever goes wrong with my car or I need tires, I go to that. It's kind of like creating a separate account. Then I have fuel, like gas, parking fees, like when you gotta pay for parking spots. A credit card, which is kind of like a debit transaction that I pay online. Groceries, pet food, pet medical, clothing, movies, music and downloads, dining out, hair and nails, gifts for my boyfriend, cleaning products, supplies for like the house, prescriptions, an investment account for savings, retirement account, and then I just put like baby clothing, and any unexpected charges, and then I've just made different little examples that I wanted to add to this for the new month. But basically I'm going to be putting all that into these from Iheartorganization, so I'm putting all those ideas into it, and it'll just be more organized and look prettier. Then on the back I just had my April balance sheet, so income versus expenses, and down here just has, this is also from, I think, Dave Ramsey, possibly, just percentages of the income, what it should be, and your actual, which you can input into Excel if you really want, but I didn't do that. It was just kind of a reference. So for this month, I'll be using this month at a glance. So again, budget binder. I have my, like my monthly budget. And then this is just an old one just to show you. I'll follow that one. This would be month at a glance. So I have my bills, extras, savings, beginning and ending balance, and then goals for the next month. And then I have printouts in behind there, so it's pretty thick. Then I have year at a glance. I'm going to be starting this in August, so I'll just start there, but it's great to start at the new year too. And again, I just got the soft pintrest, this printable, to do like your checking account, your starting balance, the ending balance at the end of the month, your savings start, your savings end, and then go through the whole year, and you can do the totals. So you've seen how much you're really spending, how much you're saving, your debt pay down throughout the whole year. Then over here I have a financial checklist. So I find these helpful. You can start at the beginning of the year, and it just shows, like, you know, I paid my rent, paid my insurance. It's just, you're just checking off the major bills. So I have like my Amazon Prime or my bank fees or my insurance, things like that. So that was an old copy. The numbers aren't valid anymore, but that was just an example. So search, I believe, financial checklist for a printable, and then fill it out. Try to get a blank one and then fill it out yourself, so that it matches what you pay. And then I have this tab here is debts and savings. So I'm gonna put all, like, any loans or credit cards here, the account, and the amount owed. Then there's one for savings. Then I have here a weekly and monthly ledger. So this is just what I'm going to be using on a weekly basis. When I come and check on my budget binder throughout the week, I'll be doing weekly checks and just going through my bank account or through my cash envelopes and writing where I spent my money. So I have that here. And then there's a monthly area to do that as well. Then over here I just have lists of things to buy. Like of course I want a good camera for doing videos. Things I need for the baby. This I might do a separate video on, the baby section. It has my baby budget, so if you're interested, let me know. I just created that off Excel. Then I just have baby cards in here and receipts from baby items. Then I just have my months here, so, sorry. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. And I got these dividers with pockets from Staples, and they're really pretty. So basically, I would go through the whole month in my bank account and within my cash envelopes and write where I spent my money and highlight anything that's automatic, like rent or loans. Put any paydays on here. And then I'll just show you. One I basically used was March and April when I started this. So I have, like, if you search like monthly calendar printables, you'll find something on Pinterest. And I've just basically like put in, so I had rent, it came out. And then it's paid, student loan. And then I'd put like different amounts for what I've paid. And then just write it down on the calendar. And then any kind of payments that would come into my account. So this was, of course, back when I was working pre-pregnancy. And this is just like debts, or I guess daily expense trackers. So I use this about once a week. I go through again my bank account and any of my cash envelopes. So if I took cash out of the envelope, I would write down where it went to, like groceries, $50 or something like that. I had to buy insurance and that came out of my account. So things like that, and then you just put cash, credit, debit, need or want. So if you just search again, expense tracker, this one's from this blog spot here. And then you just you can do totals. I just find this helpful to track, and then I can take this and put it onto my calendar. So it keeps me accountable for that month, and I can always look back. Then over here, I'll just show you some examples of my envelopes. So for April, I put 30 away for my car maintenance. Hair and nails, I set aside an amount. Gifts. And then of course I wrote where I spent it. So the starting balance, and then I would write where I spent it. So basically if I was going out, I would take the envelope with me. Or take the cash out. I have these from the dollar store. I got this new one I'm going to start using. It has more tabs. This one I got from Target. And I just have coupons at the front. And then, so here, like movies and dining out, it's just a regular size envelope that fits in here. So I put $25 away and 25 for the movies, 30 for dining out. And I would put my starting balance, and then whenever I spent money on those items, I would write it, the date, and the amount that I took out of the envelope. Or like say I spent Subway for dining out and just wrote the balance at the bottom. And on the back of every envelope, I just put a sticker. So I find this envelope, like, I know where they are, so I don't really need to label them. But you can label them and put your envelopes in here and then just take this on the go. So I might, again, like I said, transfer it to this one from the dollar store, which has more space. Then going into my envelopes, just to give you some more ideas, like gifts. stuff for the home, like supplies, or organization, furniture, cleaning supplies, personal health, like prescriptions. Just always nice to set aside things like pet medical or pet food. Set aside money each month, so when you do have a prescription or something like that, or you want to get your hair done, you do have basically an account you can get the money from. And I just keep the envelopes in the little pocket in the divider. Then I have my expense tracker for the month and my daily expense tracker. So I had 2 pages in here. I would basically write in red if it was something that was not budgeted. Write in black if it was, you know, budgeted at the beginning. And just go from there so I can review the month. Then here is a empty month that I did not use. And again, the daily expense tracker. Then once this is filled out, this month is done, I would take the monthly budget that was filled out and file it into that month. And then go through, of course, my monthly glance would be in there. The yearly would stay at the front. The debt would stay at the front. Savings at the front. But any weekly ledger would be filed. And the monthly ledger for that month would be filed as well. So once that month is finished, just got December here. So go throughout the months. It's just simple. You make a monthly budget. You keep track of yourself. You use the cash envelopes and stay on budget. That way you have more money towards savings and paying off debt faster, which is of course the ideal goal. Then I just have like my cell phone, so my most recent cell phone provider, like if it's the account still lingering, I keep the paperwork for it and just the account numbers, and then any bills I'll print out from online. I usually get them online, but I just print it out and put 1 copy in here in case I need to call them or go to the store. So I have my cell phone, then we have the internet and TV, so all the information there if any issues. Then I have receipts, like the most recent one will go here. This is just extra tabs to put into here. But this is the most recent receipt. Like if I have a gift and I'm waiting for them to open it or see if it's okay, I just have it holding here for now. And then I have receipts filed, and I use these Post-its from Post-it brand with lines on them. And I just write on the beginning, on the top here, what all the receipts that are in this little page protector. And any like contacts, or I keep these receipts for my prescription. Then I have like a bigger item like a barbecue is in here, and if it's paid off or not. So I keep those important receipts in here. Oops. Yes, gets stuck sometimes. So that is my budget binder. I hope it was helpful. This is a great way to keep you organized, work towards paying off debt, and having more money for the things you want. So again, creating a monthly budget, a month at a glance, just so you can quickly see it. I might put that at the front. Year at a glance, your yearly, monthly bill expense tracker, outstanding debt, weekly, savings, monthly. Any wants list is really important. So things that you want, you can always write down so you see it, like you're working towards a goal of things you want. For me, I have a baby budget as I have a baby on the way, with their cards and receipts. Then I have all 12 months with the calendars, which I write my daily expenses on. And then In the back, I'll have my expense tracker, and in the envelope, I'll just have all my envelopes for that month. And again, I use these Post-it brand little sticky note lined paper, and I can take this off and put a new one on for the new month. Or make a new envelope, either or. Then I just have my cell phone, internet, and any receipts, important receipts. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know your suggestions for a budget binder, as I find these videos really interesting. I would recommend looking at Dave Ramsey's budgeting system or envelope system as well, as that was helpful for me. Yeah, so please subscribe, and thanks again. Bye, guys.